Right. 見えるかな Yeah. This part is exactly I talk about the Shibuya. Shibuya じゃねえよね。I should do. It's kind of the how the character, how you manipulate the reader's eyes. Kind of the or bit difficult. I'm sorry. I move this camera and show the pages. That's a bit difficult. I need different. This goes this way, and the here is I have to draw this guy hold the garden up. But if you show without this part, the people just read it on straight. Just if it was the movie, just show this, and show this, and it can do from here and go up. But because this is manga, you can do this. So instead of this, I just draw here to read that I go down. Once it's down, so according to this, people hear nothing. So without knowing reader's eyes, I look down, and from here go up. This is something like it's kind of manipulated way. And the other thing is that, for instance, the background. This guy meets the girl and go her home. So here's her room. I show where they are, kind of where how they placed and what kind of her room. Very very ordinary girl's room. So once I showed this room, so after that, I'm not so really in background. It's very, very typical in Japanese manga. As background, actually minimum. So this is kind of the information. Where she lives, what kind of the house she lives, and what kind of the room. It's a pink and very girly. The flower is here, and the very ordinary plain desk, and the chair is a check chair and check some pillows and little stuffy doll, something like this. And after just the the sort of what I say mental background, and to write it's kind of stuff. It's a gag scene, the mental background, this and as well. There is no just only this part. Yes, they need sometimes you need to show the background for keep readers' attention. Yes, it's the same places, and how the place has a relation of as place wise, and again just the nothing background, and here is this guy's memory. It's kind of explanation, so it's kind of the memory, and again back the room. So just this part is a bit different. It never drawn here, so this curtain is very important. You drawing this curtain, people understand the same room. Of course, there is no story-wise, they're the same place. So people know the same room, but still, it's kind of some little utterance for readers. And again, this board kind of she is the sort of the person taking photographs on the wall on this kind of little board. So not so. Just the point. Maybe now one page, almost is the only one. Just a trifle background. That's totally minimum. Then this is sort of short manga. So
Okay.
if it was shonen manga, it's a bit different. Maybe more background.
Okay.
Or if it was a seinen manga, is more
More.
Yeah.
background. It's because of the seinen manga, it's going to kind of depend on how realistic the story is. That's all that depend.
Okay.
So it's something. It's kind of the composing way. Then of course the people care about the how the artist how that the balance is nice or steady. So according to this framework, you can show you can and give the readers an unsteady feeling or steady feeling, uneasy or uneasy, secure. So lot of things like straight or give some you can see like with angles
Angles.
like this. So there are a lot of way on the many artists invented because the manga has a 50 years history.
Yeah.
And from after the first Tezuka made it as his era, he did a very remarkable sensational revolution. Like he's introduced the film technique in the manga, the close up or moving as very dynamic action. Then after the many people, as invented like the Toriyama Akira or Otomo Katsuhiro, they are both very big landmark in manga history. So, and still, as a manga artist, many manga artists invent as new techniques. Some of them is very welcomed the whole manga world. So many artists take the way, and some of them has failed. So it just only many artists agree that kind of the technique is survive, and it's made history, and the kind of starting to as be established as a manga technique. So actually, it's been very difficult to tell how to composing. And as long as I know, there is no book how to composing. It's good how to composing. Just only one book I knew is the Ishinomori Shotaro. That's a very classic manga artist. He take his work and he translate all his work and why I do this, how I do these kind of things, like I told you now. And I did that just briefly, but he took his one-shot manga, I believe 40 or 50 pages. It's a short manga, but he explained what he meant or why he did and how he did things. It's a very good example, but it's just examples. He didn't explain all the manga techniques, but he showed how manga artist should think and how manga artist should compose. So I can tell you, I can teach, and here I can as this is impossible, too wide, too big. As if you want to tell all the techniques or the composing way, and of course I don't know everything. So it's kind of share my knowledge and share my experience, and I give suggest some your storyboard. So it's kind of the practice and you learned not the each technique, but kind of the whole idea or how how to think, how to compose. That is the I think the manga composing way. There's only one thing is how to learn the manga composing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
I notice in your manga you have many of the dialogue bubbles very round like this, so you can read it very easy in English. But in Japanese, do you change the dialogue bubbles to be up and down?
Yeah,
Okay, I was
sort of.
wondering.
You mean vertically long?
Yeah, vertical.
Mm. This, this manga is a little bit, it's a bit weird one because I was asked the kind of the Western style.
Hmm.
I was asked Japanese manga, but in Western style, that's comic style. So I write the dialogue. I write this in Japanese, but no, write the dialogue in why I say horizontal,
Hmm.
not the vertical. So naturally, the bubbles like this shape, but that does make me a bit irritation because, for instance, you here I see maybe here. So you lead this way
Yeah.
and lead this way, and if it was Japanese, like this, you lead this way.
Yeah.
So you on audience, I go like this because the dialogue wrote in a vertical. But in a Western style, you read like this, so the eyes tend to go here.
Yeah.
So it's very frustrating for us, Japanese manga artists. We manipulate readers' eyes this way, so we can avoid because Japanese manga is very. I say the stream is very strong. This in this case is supposed to read like this. This one is very Japanese style. So in this case, um, you're supposed to read like this. In this case, like this. But no, this stream is very strong, so disturbing. It's very difficult to manipulate reader's eyes. Go this vector.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
only this vector is too strong because there is no vertical. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no essence of this down. So if it is a Japanese, it's according, of course, you did to this, but here this very strong vector here. So without knowing, people read like this and like this. The Western style always go like here. So it's a bit annoyed. That's what I realized it. And one thing I think this one is sort of a translation. So sometimes might be very frustrating for maybe an English speaker because like this, just only one word or two words at the most
Hmm.
for one line because this shape, this is a very vertically long
Yeah.
the dialogue.
Yeah, I have that
But
problem too.
thanks for this, you always you know that's kind of a little bit similar effect with the vertical dialogue
Yeah.
because you read like this and get the end and bounce, go back. So
Yeah.
it's very,
When we were in America, many people who were not used to reading manga from Japan would
yeah,
often complain about like having to learn to read it from
yeah,
right to left.
this
Yeah.
one idea,
Yeah.
this one is
Oh yeah,
very
that's right.
famous.
Go back, yeah.
I remember that chart.
Yeah.
And I have heard someone said I don't really remember, from Canada or somewhere, and a girl says that she read as all the dialogue first and look the picture. And a bit of a surprise for me, because we're Japanese, you know, and when you read manga, a dialogue and the picture as the same kind of the what I say, the value is same, the weight is same. A dialogue and of course this kind of the SFX, it's kind of the SFX is part of the drawing. Even the dialogue is part of the drawing. So we not so really care about the read, more like look or watch. I think it's not of course we read it because it is a book, but actually more like feeling like watch it, something like watching the movie. The no effect, no effort. You don't need no effort to read because it's a very short sentence, very limited dialogues, and almost the story told in the picture drawings. So, and they're actually, I don't know what the English readers, but the Japanese readers very quick to read. That's very, very quickly they read. And one, as 20 pages, maybe 3 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the Japanese speed. Average, it's kind of the, well, I've heard the one station. When the one editor says it's supposed to be the one station, each station you can stop to read and off the train. So that's one station, the one chapter, and the monthly magazine, or it's no, sorry, not monthly magazine, as a weekly magazine.
Yeah, that
So
makes
it's kind
sense.
of, so they are manipulating. So it's, I mean, I'm not sure. So this storyboard technique, well, I can tell you is a Japanese technique. So it's kind of the we the this way how to manipulate readers' eyes as the vertical dialogue is a very, very important element. Without vertical dialogue, some of the storyboard technique doesn't exist. I can't stand it. But I don't know because it's not intended. But the fact that it's just very, very coincidence. I don't know it's happy or unhappy, but this kind of dialogue is might be very difficult to read, or might be very sort of irritated for our Western people, or even us. We Japanese people, we just only a one word or two words will be difficult to read. But still, this way that you got the stuck to go back. It's without knowing it's something like same effect. It's kind of the vertical. Always you need to go here, not directly this way, but this way. Still, so that kind of you can manipulate it. So anyway, go back. So not straight up here. So this page. Anyway, go back. So you can avoid people look this side. That's pretty nice for me actually. So I'm not sure. It's maybe in the future. I don't know. Some Western people might invent something special. It's kind of the mixture of the manga way and the comic way, or the manga way and the English or whatever way. So the kind of the vertical, not the vertical, but horizontal some language. I don't know.
I
But at
know
the
for
moment,
me personally, the last manga project that I worked on, like I wanted it to be read here in Japan and also like for English readers. So most of the time when I make the dialogue, like it's almost like a circle. Like it's not up and down or left to right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
Mm-hmm.
round because
Mm-hmm.
you can't. It's too different. Like it's too difficult to pick one shape.
Yeah, this is one way. So in, you draw this way. You need to fix this. This is a very very big problem. I tend to read as I go here and so look next page before the reader read this or reader look at this. That is a very very big problem. So if this is very different from the comic, and the comic is I'm not the big comic fan. I'm not so really big knowledge about comic, but as long as I know the comic, it is very each frame, each panel is very closed. The world is completed in each panel. So in the comic, this case is okay because the world is closed in this panel. So audience not go straight here or go straight here. Anyway, here and here is each independent. But in manga, it's all the panel is very very closely relevant and influence each other. So the people always go lead with the certain speed. So in that case, this kind of dialogue is a bit problem. And not sure what when as a human you can't stop to go through this to go the eyes go way this way. So I don't know how to solve this problem because the Japanese manga is at first no the Tezuka Osamu started kind of Japanese manga. I don't think he intended about this kind of as he I think he had no idea about this kind of the problem. Of course he have read English or some American or the Western comics, or he knew about the Western cartoons, but still he has no idea these kind of things. But Japanese manga after him has invention is developed the vertical way, and before Tezuka Osamu, Japanese manga is the same something the same in Western comic. Each panel is very independent. It's sort of very monotonous, something like, for instance, here's the 2 pages. So, like, something like this. And they are usually 2 character here, and for instance, they are hello, hi, bye, see you. Very, very flat. It's kind of something like you watching looking the theatrical play. It's very monotonous. But it's after Tezuka Osamu with he invented the close up or as a very very dynamic panel work. So that all the depend we lead things like this. So if the so in that case, this is each panel is very what I say it's kind of no connection, but in this case, each panel is very very deeply influence each other, and this case, time, same. For instance, if I tell this, for instance, is 10 second, 10 second between panel 1 to panel 2. So here is 10 second, this as well 10 second. But in this case, maybe this could be 20 second, this is just 1 second.
Yeah.
That's because so each panel the artist manipulate how the speed is using this speed line or the character's expression or how the move. So this kind of the dynamism we can get because of this movement. I'm not sure, but maybe so like you and Western people and they're very familiar with the manga and at the same time very familiar with Western comic. This kind of the you maybe can reach the new technique. I hope for something that make new is that you need to understand both of them very well. So you need kind of like translation. If the translation is if you speak or Japanese and English very fluent, it doesn't mean you can't translation. You can't be a translator. Being a translator, you need to very big knowledge about your mother tongue and your foreign language. Both of the you need the deep knowledge about the culture or customs, not only language. And the same way, and the same time, they need to very wide knowledge about the field. For instance, if you translate manga, you need very wide knowledge about the manga field. If you translate the, for instance, science fiction novel, you need very big, knowledge about science fiction history or how the art, the work is there, or sort of things. That's the same. You need to understand when you need, digest. You need to digest how the Japanese manga storyboard idea, and you need to digest the Western comic idea. Then you can reproduce something new. Yeah, I think so. And did you have any difficulty when you tried the as a round speech bubble manga?
Well, I'm still working
You
on
mean
it.
reading?
Huh?
Reading.
Oh, reading it.
I'm so used to manga. I never read Western comics, so I never had a problem even reading it in English.
So you're from the first to get the this kind of the vertical, this kind of very the long speech bubble.
Yeah. So it's my first experience.
I read both,
manga.
so.
Oh, okay.
So how's Masa and how do you think the comic speech bubble when is still you don't read any comic?
No, I've never.
I used to, but I think that like most manga feel very different from Western comics because I think Western comics more often than manga. I think Western comics will use a lot of words, it'll present a lot of information in the dialogue, in the speech bubbles. And I think in manga, like most of the time they'll try to draw the situation in the picture and have the dialogue is usually very short and very fast.
Yeah, it's the Japanese manga is film or TV show. And my friend says she's French. And she said the Betty band desu. That is a kind of picture with the novel, and the manga is a kind of the film. I mean movie, something like movie. So that's why, and and comic is for me that I have to read. It's not because I'm a foreigner, but the comic itself has it's the as a nature you need to read, because a lot of dialogues that sometimes make me confused because many bubbles, speech bubbles there. And sometimes I have no idea which one is the first, and sometimes I'm very confused because they're when sorry, this one, two people, one panel and two people are speaking, and the comic sometimes or sometimes. So it make me confuse the order on. And here's the one dialogue this guy says, and the two dialogue this guy says. So between this one and two, this dialogue here
is very confusing.
So it's very confusing. In the manga, when draw one dialogue is one expression.
Yeah.
I mean, this like this is there is a two bubbles, but she's I say under this face, she say these two dialogues. That's the same. This as well as because the space and because of the attempt, I draw this three bubbles for him, and this three for us, two bubbles for her. But still, it's kind of it. She said this face, and this dialogue, and this dialogue they get this what I say, so almost no time, and the same is the emotion, under same emotion. So, but in a comic, sometimes this is because this dialogue is this dialogue was told result this dialogue, right? He say A, and B say something. So he said this second dialogue. In that case, it make me confused why he says the same face and different dialogue. That's the make it's a little bit make us confused. It's people get used to Japanese manga. And so we hardly use this thing. It's that maybe you can see this kind of speech bubbles is very old manga, but not nowadays. Yeah. Anyway, it's editor say no because it's too many dialogues and this kind of things.
That's a good lesson.
I think so. Yeah, that's very important.
Okay.
Let's
kind of. Yes, maybe. Is it interesting?
Yeah, I think so. It's very.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
I feel like now I need to
change.
Well, I feel like it's like after this discussion, I feel like it's very important to try to make like one frame equal one moment.
One moment or expression.
Yeah. Because, and not
it's true. Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, almost 1 hour is more than 1 hour, so maybe we're getting end this session, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it's very thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for putting this
Yeah,
session.
and this
Thank
session
you, ma'am.
is open, so it's automatically what I say settle on YouTube this account is okay.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
all right.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
thank
See
you, thank you for coming. Bye bye,
See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
bye bye.